want color? Talk to Lena Horne.
Here we are, Sophia. Homemade chicken soup. I used to make it for my husband when he wasn't feeling well.
Did you make it for him the last time he wasn't feeling well?
Oh, hello, everyone.
Blanche.
I just happened upon the most divine dress sale. I would have called you...
Stan gave it to me.
Oh.
It was the only present he ever gave me that didn't need an extension cord.
You got my jewels.
But I see they didn't get your cocaine.
Oh, my God, Blanche has cocaine?
Ma, how dare you?
How dare I what? I was trying to help.
Ma, can you get it through your head that I do not need your help? Now, please, Ma, get off my back.
Who do you think you're talking to? Don't you raise your voice to your mother.
And stop smothering me and give me some space.
Space?
Give me your pearls, Ma. I need you to stay off my back.
What? What'd I do?
I am going out with a new man tonight, and he is not Italian.
Oh, who is he, Dorothy?
Oh, his name is Glenn O'Brien.
Where'd you meet him? His name is O'Brien, 2-to-1. She met him at a gin mill.
No, he's a teacher at the school where I... Crooked plumbers? Lady, what are you trying to say? Get out.
All right. I guess you ladies are going into your feminist phase a little late in life. Well, I'll go. You'll call me back. You know why? Because as we say in the plumbing game...
The nerve of that man trying to intimidate us.
From the second he stepped out on the stage, I don't know, something happened.
You fainted, that's what happened. I spent the rest of the evening in the ladies' room trying to revive you. It wasn't until a couple years later that I got another chance to see Sinatra. Stan bought tickets for my birthday, but 2 weeks before the concert, he...
Dorothy. Oh, Dorothy. Oh, that's right.
Last night.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Mr. Barton.
Yeah, looks like you had a little bad luck here.
Boy, we certainly did. Any damage to your place?
Nope, not a scratch.
Oh, thank goodness. If the wind had been blowing in the opposite direction, your tree could have fallen into your living room.
What do you mean, my tree?
She means your tree. Any more of this?
Hi. Wrong button, that's fast forward.
Oh, my, what are they doing?
I know what they're doing, but I never saw anybody do it at that speed.
It reminds me of my Uncle Ricky's rabbit farm.
Picking out unusual gifts. Is it terry cloth?
Yeah, I think it is.
Terry cloth wears a long time. It's a nice fabric.
Yeah, it's perfect for a robe. Well,
Jammed up. Who knows? I could only find one person who spoke English, and he tried to blame me personally for the Bay of Pigs.
How'd you get home?
I took the bus the other way. That's when I also noticed that they changed the name of the number 10 bus to the number 7. I'm going to write David Horowitz.
Sophia, I think you got on the wrong bus.
Maybe I did, but I'm going to write it.
And you don't know if you'd give me a kidney?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm not surprised. You never even lent me a Kleenex. Besides, I'm a size 8. Your kidney wouldn't fit me. There's not room in my body for your kidney.
Well, I guess And then one night at the country club, possibly during little Mei Ling's coming out party. Dorothy's having the time of her life when she goes to the powder room and she overhears the towel lady telling Mrs. Steinbeck that Dorothy's husband...
Yes.
Blanche, you look terrific. You look like you lost 15 pounds.
Well, thank you, Sophia.
Oh, that's your thigh. I thought it was part of the couch. Blanche, try to remember, gravy isn't a beverage.
Blanche, Ma broke her glasses. She can't see.
Dorothy, before I go, I need your opinion on something.
Yeah?
What should I give Phil's daughter as a wedding gift? Your grandmother's lace tablecloth or $50 towards getting a neck?
Give her the tablecloth.
You're right. She's got a husband. He doesn't care that she looks like Abe Vigoda. Why should I? I'll see you in a couple of weeks with the Thorndike?
Oh, she's a local novelist whose stories are all set in Florida.
Wait a second. Barbara Thorndike. Didn't she write Evil Wind over Pensacola?
Oh, you know it?
No, and I go to bed with it every night. Well, what's it about? How the hell should I know? My mattress frame lost a caster. I use it to keep the bed level. All in all, not bad. You want some breakfast? Not if you're making it.
Oh, come on, it's an old family favorite. Chocolate chip pancakes. Made with brown sugar, honey, whipped cream, and maple syrup. Highest honor there is. Oh, I never dreamed that someone as unqualified as I am would ever be nominated for anything so important.
I guess Dan Quayle really opened the floodgates.
Last year, Gretchen Lillehammer won for running into the burning...
There's a connection between your brain and wallpaper paste.
I don't know why people even have dogs at all. I don't like anything in my house that doesn't know how to use the toilet.
See ya.
Got out of the car, I noticed a swarthy man with a weapon.
Swarthy man with a weapon?
What are you doing?
Buenos dias, Fernando. The gardener trimming the hedge.
I was running. He was blurred. Oh, no. Blanche has been attacked.
Sort of.
Oh,
Lady, wait! Hey, lady!
Three and one is four there. Will you promise you'll hold my hand the entire time?
Oh, Ma, are you really that scared?
No. I just want to make sure you're not grabbing at brochures behind my back. Stolic 17? I went for a walk. I couldn't sleep. I had a nightmare.
tell me about it, Sophia. Sometimes I can interpret dreams.
Blanche sold the house, and I wound up back at Shady Pines.
This is a tough one.
Dorothy, please don't send me back.
Ma, I am not sending you back to Shady Pines. Well, I can't believe it. It was only yesterday you were selling us cookies.
Now she's giving them away.
Mary, honey, have you told your father?
Well, I tried, but since Mom died, I don't know. We're just on different wavelengths.
Well, honey, what about the baby's father? I mean, after all, it's his responsibility, too.
I just want to date girls in their 20s and 30s. What's a great-looking gal in her 40s to do?
Perhaps we should find one and ask her. Oh, come on, Blanche, this is all your own fault. I mean, take Stephen. You'd been dating him for 6 weeks. The moment it looked like you were making some sort of...
Rich, eligible men. I put an ad in the paper saying I have a Mercedes for sale for a very low price.
Blanche, you don't have a Mercedes.
But I'm renting one and pretending it's for sale. All day tomorrow, men are going to be showing up here for a test drive.
Conway Twitty.
The problem is Robert charges $300 and it's just not in my budget this month. Oh, that's the trouble with being beautiful. The maintenance will kill you.
I have an idea, Blanche. How about moonlighting and making some extra money?
Another job? Rose, I already work. Why don't you just sleep on it, Rose? I know you'll make the right decision. The right decision. The right decision.
Come in.
I've been marking the days off on my big ships of the Navy calendar.
I don't think I can stand it much longer. My body feels like a Corvette up on blocks with its engine racing and the wheels just spinning and spinning with nowhere to go. I feel like I'm going to explode. Dorothy, you have to help me. You have to do something.
Unnecessary. That's my line.
Hi, I'd like to order this Borny.
Rose, will you hang that up?
Times 500,000. Stan, you're rich.
Oh!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I know I called you a yutz in the past, But what I didn't tell you is that in...
Think. No, this isn't because I'm a substitute. This is because I am flunking the star of the football team, and he's not going to be able to play on Saturday.
Oh, what a relief. I thought you were the brunt of a joke. Turns out they really hate you. Dorothy, why don't you pass the kid so he can play?
And she knows what I'm going through.
Well, not exactly. Actually, I've never been with a married man.
Get out of here.
No, it's true. I just never figured a relationship with a married man was worthwhile.
Good for you, Blanche.
Well, I'm no fool.
A husband falling in love. I haven't felt this way since your father. But Tony looks at me as a friend, as a companion.
Honey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I'm picturing him naked and I'm not laughing.
If you want my advice, I think you should sleep with him.
Done.
That is not. My mother will hear the car. What, do you think I'm proud of this?
Go on, honey, take the bite.
Thank you.
Dorothy?
I'm just going around the block.
Dorothy?
Oh, God, I hate what this does to my head.
Bigger part than I'd realized.
That must have been awful.
Oh, it was. I don't know any neutered flocking twins. The mind is a powerful thing.
Think of the 99% you don't use.
Anyway, I stopped at a gas station.
Listen, Rose, you are not to blame. Now, you know that.
Of course I know that. She was driving the combine. I wasn't anywhere near their
Come on, Rose.
Mom, these numbers don't make sense. They can't be right.
They're right, Kirsten. I had them checked with a lawyer and an accountant.
But there's nothing here.
Of course there is.
I mean, there's nothing close to what should be here. Daddy was one of the most successful insurance salesmen in his company.
Shot the both of them. A week later, we became Lutherans.
Rose, that isn't a teenage rebellion story. That is a changing religion story. That is a big...
Friends. And then when I turned 16, it seemed like everything changed overnight. I shot up and out, the braces came off, and finally the boys started to notice me, and it was nice to be noticed, to be liked.
Oh, baby. Honey, you've been trying so...
Not even a titter?
Dorothy, I won't laugh.
Okay. I tell you, honey, I have a blind date tonight, and I want you to go out with him.
You're right, Dorothy. This is one hearty laugh at your... Who's stupid now?
You are.
Yeah, stupid all the way to the bank.
You know what kills me? The year you locked me up at Shady Pines, she roamed around free.
How come I get the chair with the wobbly wheels?
Oh, looks like you have a new roommate.
Hi, I'm Bonnie.
Dorothy, glad to meet you. Now look, my test's finished. I am tired of being probed, poked, and prodded. More men have seen my behind in one day than in my entire life.
They'll be in too. We're rough and rugged. We never see doctors. Never. In fact, my great-grandfather once removed his neighbor's appendix, and he wasn't even sick.
Why would he do that?
Let's just say they were playing poker and the stakes got a little high.
Rose, you have been looking pale and drawn the last... Oh, girls, I'm devastated, just devastated.
Honey, what happened?
I asked my teacher for help like you all told me to. He said the only way I would get an A on his final is if I sleep with him.
No.
Oh, yes. I just don't know what to do. Get it in writing.
When I come to the next morning, just stinking the high heaven, I look down and I've got this scorpion tattooed on my belly, but it's nice work. You want to see it?
No! Dorothy, where did you find him? He's disgusting.
Well, at least I have a man.
Have one. Sounds like you swallowed one.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Feel better.
They make the most terrific root beer float. They have that old-fashioned root beer.
Look, Rose, get off the float. Just get to the point.
Well, after I drank it, I started to get sad again. And then I saw the answer right in front of me.
What?
A help wanted sign.
And?
I wanted to surprise you. Surprise! Did you come all this way by yourself?
No, I came with Becky.
Well, Becky, how do you do?
Oh, Rose, I had to see you again because I felt terrible about the way we left things.
Oh, so do I.
Oh, Rose, I owe you.
Disgrace yourself, all your family. I absolutely forbid you to go on with this foolishness 1 minute longer.
You forbid, Big Daddy? You're the one who's gone crazy, girl.
I'm sorry you had to witness this spectacle, ladies. My apologies.
Oh, Big Dad, away.
When my father was chosen to pull the float, he thought it was because he had the newest tractor, but actually it was because he was the only one small enough to fit into the mayonnaise jar costume. I'll never forget the moment we caught sight of him turning off a sycamore onto Elm. Walking by that sausage case back there really brought back a lot of memories.
Sausage opens a floodgate for many of us, Rose. What's this, Blanche?
Smoked oysters.
Oh, come on now. I know we said...
Well, finally, it got to the day before the prom, and Delbert still hadn't asked me. So I marched across a crowded cafeteria, stared him straight in the eye, and said, "Delbert, what gives?" He said, "Jenny McCoy, that's why I'm taking her to the prom."
It's so good to finally meet you, Blanche. Your father's told me so much about you.
Oh, I wish I could say the same.
Margaret, please, sit down.
Maybe we ought to get her a booster seat.
Can I get you a drink?
How about chocolate milk? Bored, so I suggested they take them.
Blanche, both Rose and I told you not to interfere with their social lives.
I know it. I just thought it might be fun for them.
Oh, being set up on a date is never fun.
In Sicily, everything is set up. Dates, marriage, death, especially death. That's why whenever I go into a restaurant...
Well, this isn't solving anything. I'm going to call the manager. Hello? Hello? Great. The phone's dead.
It makes no difference. You only get lies from that scum-sucking pig.
Look, would you mind going downstairs and telling the scum sucker we want to see him?
Okay.
I wish we had packed a bug spray.
Girls, I've got our whole day planned tomorrow. After breakfast, we're going to go out on a glass-bottom boat. And then at 10 o'clock, we'll tour an old Spanish fort. And then finding a waterfall. If you don't find anything in an hour, head back for the coastline, follow it around, and look for our fire. Now move. I said move!
Dorothy, should we be listening to Rose?
Quiet. I don't think we're allowed to talk while we work.
A hangover from the sherry.
Ma, you gave the dog sherry? That's terrible.
I was having a few sips while I was rinsing out my underwear. It's a little thing I do Mondays and Thursdays only. Anyway, the dog walks in, looks up at me, and I swear it's your Uncle Aldo's face begging me for a drink.
From the personals.
You're not serious.
Sure I am. Before I had a chance to write and suggest we meet, I got a letter from him saying he was being transferred to Saskatchewan. He's going to be the Smudge Pot supervisor of the first domed orange grove in Canada.
Next thing I knew, we were in Atlantic City. Dorothy, I swear to you, it was just that one time. Forgive me.
Forgive you. Forgive you. I'm sitting at home with two screaming kids praying that you'll sell enough chain link to put food on the table, and you're off planting your flag on Mount Olympus.
Dorothy, make it sound so cheap. This past week has been incredible.
Oh, let's tell everyone how we feel about each other.
What are you doing here? Don't Dorothy, what are you doing on the floor?
I
90-year-old twins, Ralph and Nunzio, sitting on a park bench. Ralph says to Nunzio, "Hey, whatever happened to that streaking craze?" And Nunzio says, "What streaking craze?" And Ralph says, "You know, when everybody would take off their clothes and run down the street." So Nunzio says, "Hey, that sounds like fun. I think I'll do it right now."
Always had dry bottoms but wet T-shirts because I always forgot to point the little ooh-hoo south.
You know, I didn't even think about that until Michael was at least 6 months old.
What's an ooh-hoo?
We'll help you next week. The point is, she practically glows every time she speaks his name.
Do you think Dorothy's in love?
Well, she's very definitely smitten. And with a little help from us, I think she can fire Cupid's arrow into the tushy of love. The tushy of...
Where am I supposed to sit again?
Oh, anywhere you damn well please. What the hell difference does it make now? Oh, so first you were a teacher, and then you decided to become a priest.
Actually, at first I went to medical school for a year. Then I quit.
Got it out of the garage?
That's right. You mean out of the cage?
No, out of the freezer. You think I know how to kill a live chicken? What do I look like, Conan the Barbarian? Oh, I must have left the cage door open and she wandered away. Oh, I gotta get out of here and get another apartment.
Aunt Angela, until you find a place...
That's Sophia walking into the kitchen.
I didn't know Fess Parker was in this picture.
Ma, what are you doing?
I'm mugging for the camera.
You're mugging me. You're stealing money out of my pocket.
I'm checking to see if we have the exact change for the bus. Now I'm stealing.
I mean, after she left, the town didn't have a professional beautician for years. Women started giving each other home perms. Pretty soon everybody looked like Art Garfunkel. Husbands stopped sleeping with their wives. The population started to go down.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience, Mr. Diodoro. It's time for your medication.
Diodoro? Funny he didn't look Italian.
He was here illegally. You can't blame yourself. You just have to have a little trust in the justice system.
Now, that's easy for you to say, Rose. You're not the one who's responsible for what happened to the kids.
Well, I know just how Dorothy feels. Now, when I was a young girl, I witnessed a horse theft on my granddaddy's plantation. Well, I screamed for help. My granddaddy, just a few weeks with Jake, had been wonderful, but oh, there's some things about him I cannot get used to.
Really? Like what?
Well, it's a question of breeding. He uses his fingers instead of his knife to push his food. He tucks his napkin into his collar. He wears white after Labor Day.
Blanche, the man is a winner.
I vote no.
Well, I agree with Ma. I mean, why should we get involved in something that might be dangerous?
Dorothy, if it was going to be dangerous, they wouldn't let us get involved.
Blanche has a point. And besides, if anything happens, we've got the police right here with us.
Maybe.
Die for Clams Casino. What's your point?
I don't know.
I'm asking about Edna.
Edna?
Your wife. Oh, hey. I'm sorry. I guess I just can't take a hit.
Ma?
Dorothy, how long have you been here?
A while.
He's not coming back, is he?
Is? Yeah, I'd like to report a robbery.
But that wasn't a scheme, Sophia. That was a legitimate business.
And we lost our shirts. That's the beauty of this water thing. You can't lose. It's a ripoff, pure and simple.
I'll just leave the kids with Stan's mother.
Over my dead body. That gorilla scares the children. Your Michael didn't sleep for a week after he saw her the last time.
That is enough. One way or another, I'm going to earn that money for the television set.
Sophia, would you just tell us so your husband can enjoy his meal in peace?
Tell me what?
$1,000 prize is going to be mine. When I was younger, I was known as the dancing fool.
How old were you when they dropped the dancing thing?
Yowza, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third...
Just walked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have a winner! Couple number 29! That's me.
I won!
Just a minute, it's not over yet. It looks like we have another...
There's only one way I'm going to get through this. If you two will come with me to the funeral for support, oh, will you do it? Please, Blanche. Please, Dorothy. Please, Blanche.
I will if Dorothy will.
Please.
If you really think...
Oh, my God, girls, oh, my God, look.
What?
Look, all the men on this plane, they're all beholden.
It's all right, Blanche. The captain just turned off the note.
Your good behavior badges. Come on now, you all know you use both fingers for the sunshine salute. Oh.
So glad those little heathens finally left.
Family and poltergeist fell.
Does Rose Nyland live here?
Oh, I'm sorry, you missed her. She just left with her cadet troop.
Could we help you?
I'm Alexei Bovinov from the Russian embassy. Premier Gorbachev read Rose's letter and would like to meet with...
Total fool of myself in front of the press. I'm the laughing stock of the entire country. What am I going to tell my mother?
Your mother's from St. Olaf. She'll understand.
I'm just stupid. I'm a dim-witted, dumb, simple-minded, grade-A Minnesota chucklehead.
And all our grape stompers are ravaged by an outbreak of athlete's foot. Soon the Chianti has a green hue and tastes like Desenex. They call in Sicily's foremost podiatrist, Bruno Bonafide.
A big waste of my time. There was only one cute guy there. He kept doodling the name Kenny over and over in his notebook.
Hi, Dorothy.
Come on in. I have the check for my half of the money.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Stan.
Hi, Stan. Where's your...
Can settle this.
All right, Dorothy, tell her who it's going to be.
It's going to be me.
You too?
He asked me last Thursday. Well,
My God, I look gorgeous. You, Blanche, that's me. The hell it is.
Girls, be serious. Look at those eyes.
Look at the nose.
Look at the butt. Sophia, you can't see the butt.
St. Olaf. I got work to do.
Oh, Ma, I moved some of your things into my room.
Why'd you do that?
Well, Blanche's daughter arrives today. You're going to have to sleep with me.
Let me respond to that proposition the way your dates do. No thanks, I'll call you sometime.
Okay, girls. How do I...
But to the rest of the world, it was better known as the Yalta Conference.
You expect me to buy that? Look, the only reason I came over here was so you wouldn't cause a scene at the chow wagon when I fired you. Fired us? You heard me. In no store you could
be a little tricky with plaid. I'd be very careful if I were you. I think you missed the point of my story.
Oh, really?
Run it by us again. I think not.
So, you ball?
I beg your pardon? I don't have your purse. Wait a minute, you have mine.
I gave them to you.
Hold everything. I think my purse is missing too.
So is mine. Girls, you know what this means? Somebody snuck in here while we were asleep and grabbed our dough! Mr. Rose.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
Sister Blanche.
Nice to meet you, Sister Blanche.
We're here collecting lingerie for needy, sexy people.
I just heard on TV.
My goodness, no, I would have simply died. What? Oh, you don't.
Easy,
Oh, my
easy,
God. But the only things I ever saw were the animals on the farm. You know, the bulls and the horses.
Tough act to follow.
And sometimes he'd wear his underwear on the outside of his pants. I guess he wasn't a very reliable source.
Oh, girls. Girls, do you really?
Footsteps and a man's voice, and the alarm went off. It was Lester. He accidentally set off the alarm. Oh, I'm sorry. You shot my bones. I didn't shoot Lester. I'd rather you shot Lester.
I think I'll pass on the nightcap, Blanche.
Go on home, you old fool.
You're leaving.
Then I better pack.
You know what I'm going to miss about Sophia most? It's all that good advice she gives us.
Well, I guess living all those years, she has a lot to draw on.
If she doesn't have anything to draw on, she just...
Being with you guys these last few weeks is the most fun I've had in years. You really made me forget my loneliness. Thanks. I can't believe it. I'm going to the Bahamas. Day-o, day-o, day-o. I'm as confused as all of you. All I know is he had that satchel with him when he went to the bank this morning.
Sophia, maybe you better tell us exactly what happened.
When we got to the bank, he told me to keep the motor running. And 5 minutes later, he ran out at top speed.
And did you ever think of asking him why he was running?
No, the man is taking diuretics for a prostate.
It's only been rerun 3 times.
Hello, what has gotten into you lately? Before you retired, you were the most active man I ever knew. I had to run to keep up with you. Now you're nothing but a couch potato. You should do more, Al. You've earned it. Isn't there one thing you've always dreamed of?
1939. The war is on. A promising young architect is offered a job to spearhead construction of a new wing at the Vatican.
Wait a minute, Ma. You say your Italian is rusty, but you know the word for spearhead?
It was my brother's nickname for a while as a child.
Mama, Aunt Trudy, Aunt Libby, this is Blanche Devereaux. Hello. This is Rose Nyland. And this is Michael's mother, Dorothy. And this is Michael.
This is Michael?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Mama, we talked
Wants this marriage to happen. So instead of fighting, why don't we all sit down and try to figure a way out of this mess?
You like cheesecake?
Can Ella shatter glass?
Tights, unless he's got a butt like Baryshnikov.
There he is.
Dorothy, can I ask you a question? What do you think I ought to do with my bed?
Put it in the Smithsonian, Blanche. It has more miles on it than the spirit of St. Louis.
A distant cousin of mine married a local St. Olaf girl.
What was the girl's name?
Sonia Jungen...
Jungen Fraulich Steiner?
You know her?
Know her? I was flower girl at the wedding. Well, of course, there were no...
Rose.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's a really sweet story, Rose.
Yeah, right. So sell it to the Reader's Digest. Now let's get out of here.
Must be Michael. Hello? Hello, Michael!
Okay, that's it.
I guess they figured they had a leg up there.
His orders came right from the top.
You mean Hitler?
Who's Hitler?
You are bad at history.
Girls, I'm just beside myself. Fidel's each other, even if I don't speak Mexican.
Spanish.
Whatever. I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, now calm down, Blanche. There's probably a very logical explanation.
You know, you're probably right. Oh, why would Fidel want another woman? After all, he's
Seeing both of you. But of course, that is a decision that you will have to make. Now, if you will excuse me, it's time for me to change into my third linen suit of the day. In this heat, I go through them like Kleenex.
Oh, of all the nerve! How could he possibly introducing himself? And I don't know, I was still so stunned, I just kind of half muttered a howdy do. And he said, I beg your pardon, I didn't hear you. Well, I don't know what came over me, but I just blurted out, didn't hear me? I think you could pick up Radio Free Europe with those. Don't you think we ought to wait till Sophia gets back home? Maybe she'd like to help, give her something to do.
Now, you know she's always exhausted when she gets back from the market. I mean, the first thing she does is go to take a nap before dinner.
Well, then we'll just do it right now. Come on.
Okay.
And I said...
Could we just get back to moving the furniture?
Well, the weather's cleared up. I really think we should save a big project like this for a rainy day.
Now, we agreed we weren't going to waste time. That'd be a big mistake, something we'd regret for the rest of our lives.
Rose, we're eating pizza, not getting tattoos.
Devotion, honey.
Like what, Blanche? The PLO?
Do you know what I hate doing most after a party?
Trying to find your underwear in the big pile?
Before you slept with my mother.
Dorothy.
Ma, this is the most upsetting thing you have ever done. I am shocked. I am disappointed. I am speechless.
We're getting married.
I am very lightheaded. All right. We will.
You? Do you have any experience?
No.
You're hired.
Boy, making pizza really brings back a flood of childhood memories.
So nice to see you again.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Now, you two can get reacquainted on the way. These are your tickets for the concert in the park. It starts in 15 minutes, so you better hurry up now. Bye. Have a good time.
Bye.
Good night. I was never any good at blind dating. I always felt so awkward.
Oh, Dorothy, I have a surefire.
They found a donor with the rare blood type he needed. Gee, you save a guy's life, all you get is apple juice and a cookie?
Dorothy? What did she say, honey? What'd she say?
Billy and I get weird together and we divide it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nice try. You're beginning to think like a fourth grader already.
I told you it wouldn't work.
Happy, Dorothy? Thanks to you, we don't stand a chance in tomorrow's game.
Red peppers, oregano, garlic, chicken fat, and lard. Sophia swears it works every time. Now eat up.
Oh, this is disgusting.
What's disgusting?
Your cure for the flu.
Bambi. Marry me, Eddie.
Ladies, please. This always happens. I'm cursed. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been absolutely irresistible to women. I know I'm a little plain to look at.
Oh, no, you're not plain at all.
I kiss a woman, the way I make love to a woman.
You said make love twice.
I know, it's my favorite. I'm not surprised you wanted to dump me tonight, Dorothy. The good ones always do. They always end up wanting more than just nights filled
Town.
Where is he taking you?
I'm not allowed to say security reasons.
Ma, none of this is true.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's Julio Iglesias. You satisfied?
We'll make the reservation for 4. She'll tell us the truth when she gets home.
Oh, I bought those big illustrated storybooks all the time.
And I bet your kids loved them.
No, they had their own books.
Ma, you've been in there for 20 minutes. Now, what are you doing? What are you talking about? That doesn't mean that he's going to be in our show.
Don't you see, Dorothy? He's here in Miami because he knows I need him. Oh, this is all working out. I can feel it.
Dorothy, I think I might have a way to get Mr. Hope to be in our show after all. Why don't we go over there to that golf tournament, find Mr. Hope and mix...
Excuse me, you guys got any extra shaving cream?
Sure. This is so weird. I've never been in a men's locker room before.
Neither have I. You two hardly sound like old friends.
Blanche is right. We should be more positive. Dorothy, you look wonderful.
The left one turned out nice.
Dorothy!
Oh, come on, Rose, I'm just kidding. They're both practically the same size. How about giving me a hand in the kitchen?
Dorothy, she said hello and then disappeared. Is there a problem?
No problem at all. Everything's fine. It's not like anyone died or anything.
Oh, it's so good to see everyone. But where's Trudy?
Honey, what you looking for?
Nothing.
Now, Sophia, tell me the truth. Have no recollection of Dreyfus since last Thursday?
I have no recollection, period, since last Thursday. Anything could have happened in 3 days. I just hope I'm not carrying Steve Garvey's baby.
Hi, Gary. Come on in.
I just wanted to drop off Blanche's earrings. They must have fallen off in my car the other night.
I'll get Blanche for you. She's in the kitchen.
No, don't do that. Actually, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
What is it, Gary?
Rose, I find you very attractive.
Those are mine, Sophia.
Oh, well, let me put on my big surprise face.
Oh, I just wish there was something we could do for the poor thing.
There is. I want to sort
His house.
Oh. Is anybody else hungry?
Well, now that you mention it, I could really go for pizza.
I've been thinking about Chinese.
I could go for a burger and fries.
Why don't we order it all?
Oh, Sophia, that'd be crazy.
So this would be the first time we did something a little out of the ordinary around here? And then, you're gonna love this. Dom DeLuise takes me by the arm and insists I tell Bert the story.
Sophia, I don't want to hear any more about it.
Not even the part when Bert and Dom insisted I repeat the story to Lonnie Anderson?
That's it. I don't want to hear another word.
Oh, Cinderella's back. Looks sick. She should go, they believe her.
Blanche, you look terrible. What day is this? I've been up for 72 hours. I had a breakthrough. I discovered a new form of writing.
Can I fix you some breakfast, honey?
No, thanks. Oh, I just feel terrible. If I'm gonna spend the night tossing and turning, at least I want to wake up smelling like aftershave. To pay for it. I certainly haven't.
She's always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Fine. Make jokes. I'd just like to know how you all would feel if you thought you were going to have a test tube for a son-in-law.
Morning when I leave the house, I see this
bag lady going through the garbage over on 135th Street. She has everything she owns piled in one of those old shopping carts. Well, the other day, for the first time, I noticed she's about our age.
And we hire a band to play fish songs in pirate suits with muscles bulging.
Your mouth is...
Hard way.
Kenny, come here. What's with this clown business? Couldn't you be a lawyer and just hang out with clowns?
Oh, I know it sounds a little odd, Mrs. Petrella, but right now I'm just burned out on law. Frankly, at this point, I think I can contribute more to the world in big red shoes and a spinning bow tie and carrying a little umbrella.
Ma, what are you doing?
Merrill called. He's coming over. I'm hiding all our valuables.
Why?
Why? You think the man went to prison for free coveralls and some male bonding? That peasant girl was me. And that painter was Pablo Picasso.
Ma, I have a feeling you're lying.
Be positive,
Okay, I'm positive you're lying.
Besides this 170 grand? All right, I'll send it back. All of it?
Yes, Ma, all of it.
Okay. I just hope they want it back after an 83-year-old woman rolled around in it naked.
On me? Oh, I could just die.
I'll bet it was Morley safer.
Me? When the cleaners of the world are kicking us in the teeth.
Rose, you're hysterical.
Wait, I've seen this in the movies.
How could he do this? What is wrong with the man?
Ma, you almost got it.
Listen, I think wherever those tests show, we're here for.
Dorothy, give me that.
Support you needed. I know what you've been through, and I'm really very happy things turned out.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Hey! Oh, he's right. You guys were terrific. Thank you for being there for me. And thank you for making me feel you'd always be...
Obviously better security.
Oh, Dorothy, the art in this room is magnificent. I know, I work in a museum. I'm an art expert. Ooh, look at this Renoir.
Actually, that's a Seurat. His signature style was pointillism. Notice how the little dots of color seem to blend together from a distance.
I'd have put money on that.
But still, St. Olaf's town motto was better Ned than Red. Ned was sort of the town idiot.
When, on your days off?
Crash, I earned that A in history. For the first time in my life, I'm ashamed to be a Hollingsworth. Vixen, Story of a Woman, is nothing but a vulgar collection of perverse sexual acts that are sheer and utter filth.
And you wind up with worthless paper. They prey on the old and the gullible.
Are you calling me gullible?
No? He just walked in. He's a monk.
Must be a pretty reformed order.
Come on, let's get you signed in.
Rose, are you sure you're up to this? Honey, maybe you'd rather talk.
Oh, I'm okay. I can do this job without thinking. Okay. Name?
Zulu, Queen of the Dwarf People.
Oh, no, I have no idea.
And listen to this. Dear Dorothy, in case you change your mind, here are 3 things to remember at the cocktail party. Number 1, ask for more potatoes. Number 2,
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Stan, I am not driving around with license plates that say pothead.
It's an abbreviation. I didn't have room for the whole potato head.
Look, I don't want your car. I don't want your money. I don't even want to talk to you, much less go to that ridiculous reception. So why don't you... Wait a minute, Rose. That is an invasion of privacy.
What makes you think she wants a party?
Everybody wants a party, no matter what they say. But if you think we don't really need to know Blanche's real age, then maybe we should...
Open the damn envelope.
I can't believe it. After all these years, we're...
Blanche, I loved your father.
Of course you did. Everybody loved Big Daddy.
No, I mean I loved your father. Get out of here. We were lovers, Blanche.
That's impossible. Big Daddy was a Republican.
I mean, if the right person comes along, great. But I don't need a man to be happy.
I didn't realize that about you. On Mrs. Contini's questionnaire, there's a box about that.
Anybody for barbecue chicken?
Oh, I'm afraid we're out of charcoal, honey.
Oh, who needs charcoal? That's what these letters are for. Now, if I can just... It was dark in that hayloft.
Your father and I spent many an hour trying to figure out what to do with you. You drove that man to distraction.
Well, all right, maybe you talked about me, but that's not the same thing as being there.
I know that.
Ooh, I'm so scared. What is she gonna do, take away my self-denial privileges?
Ma!
Pussycat, what are you doing here?
Oh, I just missed you and wanted to say hi and see how you're doing.
I'm doing fine. 10-day celibate. Both threw up a little.
Honey, did that mean old lady put you in the garage?
No, the mean young lady did. Rose, Ted's coming over later, and I just don't want that dog making a big mess. He's already been into my personal things.
Well, maybe we should get him some rubber toys.
They do seem to be as...
Don't take this wrong, but I gotta know. You are a girl, aren't you?
Seems like I'm always mad at my brother Phil.
And apologized about the things he was saying when we were leaving. Then he invited me marlin fishing. Just the two of us on the open seas. He says it's the ideal vacation.
Sure, no witnesses.
Yeah, Blanche, I know you find Rex alluring, but honey, I know where you're headed. I mean, I was once in an abuse.
Well, I don't know why I put you through all this. Now that I think of it, I guess there were times that Charlie was a little boring. Not that I loved him any less.
That's all I ask, Rose, that you love me even when I'm boring.
Oh, I do, Miles.
Okay, it's time to take off.
Anybody. So do you love him?
I do, very much.
Well, good, because so do I.
You mean that, Blanche? Because Doug loves me for what I am, not for what he wants me to be or wishes I were.
I guess I deserve that.
I guess you do.
Well, Clay, this is very difficult for me.
Gary. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I tried to convince Myra that he's just a friend, but she wouldn't listen. For some reason, she won't accept a divorce. I really feel threatened.
Oh, please, that's no threat. Where I come from, when someone wanted to make a point, they tie a string around your finger. Well, come to think of it, it wasn't a string, it was a piano wire. Actually, it wasn't your finger, it was your neck. Anyway, it was very popular. In fact, piano wire was our village's second biggest export. You know what our biggest export was?
No.
Too bad, I don't remember either.
No, not me, not me.
Dorothy,
No, I'm not
please.
good at this.
Oh, but this is a pretend microphone. It's really just a hairbrush.
All right, Rose, ready? Go.
This is Rose Nyland. We're here chatting with my good friend Dorothy Zbornak.
On with the feast.
Oh, Ma, I may not have an IQ of 173, but I know what you mean by continuity and family. And next year, I want to learn the sauce.
Deal, pussycat. It's not that hard. First, you get one large pie.
Everybody loves him.
You sit right down here, Angelo. I got a surprise for you, Zabayoni. Your favorite.
Sophia.
And that's the new batch.
I'm sorry. I can't pretend no more.
Uncle Angelo, what's wrong?
It's a long, sad story. A story of love, a story of a deception, a story of a fool.
You know the story of Elsie Holdenfelder?
Perhaps his palate without using his hands. But I digress. He paints her portrait, and they make passionate love. She spends much of the next day in the shower with a loofah sponge, scrubbing his fingerprints off her body.
But let's not forget, there still has to be a trial. And Mrs. Hartgrove's confession is pretty strong. I just wish we had something that reflected on her credibility.
What if we had a video of her and a friend mooning a hot dog vendor?
That would totally discredit her.
Wait a minute. I just remembered who the friend was.
The thing I remember that was so extraordinary is that one time Mark Salkin, this was in during the ill-fated spin-off Golden Palace, our boss, Mark Salkin, went every once a year had an anniversary with his wife, I don't remember, and he would leave early. You know, that was his one night he would leave early. And so it was...
You don't want to hear this, okay?
Good news, you can't.
Oh, Rose, what are you doing?
Oh, she can't face me. She's been doing this all day. Rose, you know I said I'm sorry.
More than you do. But what can I do? Ma's ankles haven't healed yet. And besides, Nurse Defarge means well.
Dorothy, at 2 a.m. this morning, I was entertaining a gentleman caller. When she opened the door at the most inopportune time.
Rose, the light bulb goes on every time. Doesn't mean someone's living there.
It's Charlie. It's Charlie. He's trying to contact me from beyond the grave. It's a miracle.
Look closely, Rose. It's Mrs. Butterworth. But why did he always make promises to me that he never kept? Do you know how that affects a little girl? Like the time he promised me he was going to take me to his work and introduce me to his boss and show me around to all his friends. When he didn't, well, I felt like there was something wrong with me, like he wasn't proud of me.
Make your words thorough, honey. Make them fearless. Don't stop till you have said everything. Take 2 or 3 days if you have to.
Thank you, Blanche. You're a good friend.
Oh, just wish Sophia were my mother. Then I could put her in Shady Pines.
She has a great experience, but your mother is a nut.
Ma, I never said that.
Then why won't you talk to me about the white light?
It scares me, all right? It makes me feel like you're embracing death, and I don't want to see that. I want you to rail against it, Ma.
I said I wasn't scared of dying anymore. I didn't say I was ready to die. Well, good for you. Dorothy. What the hell are you doing with this loser?
No, he's not a loser. He's a wonderful and gifted musician. I know this sounds odd, but when he was on stage, our eyes met, and it was, well,
I guess I could go out with a schoolboy.
Great.
She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She loves you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Narrows. What is a foot candle? What is the Theodosian code? What is the speed of light? What is the point of any of this, Alex? I am humiliating these two.
Rose, Charlie, I'm afraid Dorothy is absolutely right about that, too. So why don't we go on?
Hi, Ma.
My God, did you bust out? Don't worry. I know what to do. We'll get your phony license and birth certificate. And then with good plastic surgeon by tomorrow morning, you can be Raul Julia.
No, I didn't bust out. The exterminator came this morning and the building inspector said we could leave. So,
It's like it is with you and Stan. You understand what I'm saying?
you're saying that in some ways Stan belongs in my life, and like your shoes, he may not be stylish, but he's familiar, he's comfortable.
And shiny on top. Don't forget shiny on top.
And I guess that's not
The beginning of a passionate romance. And tonight I've decided to wear it with clothes.
Girls, I did it again. I won another giveaway.
Oh, what did you win this time? A vasectomy?
Even better.
Last night, I dreamt I ate a giant marshmallow, and when I woke up, my boyfriend was gone.
I don't get it.
It's not a joke.
Blanche, I take back everything I said about your moon theory. These men are relentless. The point is the two of you are going to be very happy together.
Yeah, but Dorothy, you don't think we're being crazy?
Of course you are. You're crazy and wonderful, the way you should be. Like Puck says in A Midsummer Night's Dream when it comes to love. Oh, Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Oh, Dorothy.
Me too. Because
I said coffee. So, how does it feel?
Shame. I feel shame.
I can't believe the two of you carrying on when another woman is about to steal my destiny. I always thought it would be me closing out my last years in Hollingsworth Manor.
Look, if anybody has a right to complain, it's me. When Dorothy gets married, think about this. She'll be a Hollingsworth. Lucas and Blanche are already Hollingsworth. Sophia will announcement to make.
A mess of something. I'll scare us up a mess of something.
Anyway, I've been doing a lot of soul searching. And as long as the family